Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Alfani Nurahmayanti. I'm from class 3B, English Department of Galway University. It is a course about language classroom for interaction. I will present about how to teach English managing the classroom by Jeremy Harmer. Okay, let's move to the next slide. So there are 9 points how to managing the classroom. For the first one, there is classroom management. The second one is the teacher in the classroom. The third, using the voice. The fourth, talking to student. The five, keeping interaction. The sixth, student talk and teacher talk. 7, using the level 1 or L1. The 8, creating lesson stage. And the last one is differentiating arrangement and student grouping. This is a 9 point very important for us as the teacher for effectively teaching learning in the classroom. Number 1 is classroom management. Classroom management refers to the way teacher organize what goes in the classroom. If we want to manage the classroom effectively, we have to be able to handle a range of variables. As the most powerful person in the classroom, the teacher has the authority to influence the kind of interaction that goes on in the class. This includes how the classroom space is organized, how the teacher appears to the student, and who talk most the listen. Successful classroom management also includes being able to deal with difficult situations, such as in elementary school case, when some of the students are crying or fighting or simply losing in their interest in the studying. So the teachers should be handle the situation in the classroom. For the second one is the teacher in the classroom. What should the teacher do in the classroom while the teaching running? There is 4. What should the teacher do? For the first one, proximity. The teacher should consider the distance between the main students so they can feel comfortable during the class. The second, appropriacy. To manage a class effectively, the teacher should create a proper atmosphere in the class. Therefore, the teacher must be conscious of what type of person their students are. The third, movement. Mentioners, teacher can bore the student, but the teacher who are consistently in motion can distract the student concentration. Successful, the teacher move around the classroom to some extent so they can keep the student interest. And for the last one is awareness. The teacher must be aware of what students are doing and how they are feeling. It also means assessing what students have said and responding appropriately. In the classroom, students will be asked about web access, creative and publishing, information management, building a new paradigm, thinking pedagogy skill set for the 21st century, return home, and learning environment. But there is a very important we should have in the classroom. This is a theater. A theater is very important for us because the student can be say us about attitudes, beliefs, values, and socioeconomy in the classroom. So we can see in this slide there is the picture about negative impact and positive impact. We are get the conclusion. So what we are, where, and how we are doing in the classroom, it's matter a lot for us. The third is using voice. In this slide, there is 3 things about using the voice. For the first one, there is audibility. Audibility not just audible, but also clear. The student at the back of the class can hear the teacher just well as those at the front. The teacher don't need to shout or speak with high volume. For the second one is variety. Variety is important for the teacher to vary the quality of their voices and also the volume they speak at, according to the type of lesson and the type of activity. And the last one is conversation. Teachers must take care of their voices since it is one of the most important instruments of teaching. Number 4 is talking to students. For the first one, this is the way we convey a sense to, uh, uh, I mean, for empathy to the student. And the second one is this is how we are talking to the student as a teacher and student, and also as a parent and child. And the last, wrong turning. It is the simplification of language which both parent and teacher make in order to increase their chances of being understood, and also adjust language use, grammatical complexity, vocabulary use, and tone, kind of language, what they wish to say, and manner. Number 5, student talk and teacher talk. The way the teacher talks to student is one of the crucial teacher skill, but it does not demand technical expertise. It does, however, require teacher to empathize with the people they are talking to by establishing a good rapport with them. For the first one, there are student talk time or S.Pd, and the second one is teacher talk time or TTT. Harman said that too much of teacher talk time is not appropriate because it will reduce the chance of the student to practice their own speaking. While they need more than teachers, therefore a good teacher maximizes student talk time and minimizes teacher talk time. Number 6 is giving instruction. For giving instruction to the student, the teacher should be simple and logical, and also the teacher should be check understanding the student, and then mother tongue and translation. Number 7 is using the L1 or level 1. If we are managing the classroom, we should using the level 1. And I will explain about beginner level and advanced level. What is the differences between beginner level and advanced level? For the first one, beginner level. In the beginner level, giving completed instruction, use level 1 when other ways of explaining meaning are ineffective, may aid in pronunciation and help make connection and see differences between level 1 and level 2. And then in advanced level, level 2 should predominate and use level 1 only when other ways of explaining meaning are ineffective. Number 8 is creating lesson stake. In creating lesson stake, there are 4 points to creating lesson stake. For the first one is arouse student interest. The second one is signal beginning of activity or lesson. The third is hold and or regain student attention. And the last one is signal ending or activity or lesson. And then for the last one is different seating arrangement and different student grouping. Different seating arrangement indicate a number of different approaches. There is 5 for the first one, separate table like a group in the classroom. And the second one is solo work. Solo work is the student just sitting by themselves. And the third is circle. And the fourth is whole. And the last one is orderly rows. And then there are so many ways to arrange the student seat, such as the traditional one or orderly rows, which is commonly used at school, or we can arrange it like semicircle or horse's hole, circle, face to face, or 7 space out for walking alone. The seat arrangement can also be decided by how the student will do the tasks, whether they are in group, in pairs, or working alone or solo work. And for the second one is different student grouping. I'll explain advantages and disadvantages between whole class and group or pair work. For the first one, in whole class, advantages in whole class, there is presenting material from lecturer, the second, practice, and the third, create a sense of belonging. And the advantages from whole class. For the first one, there is less individual attention. The second one, inhibition because perceived as more demanding. And then advantages about group or pair work. For the first one, there is cooperative and interactive. For the second one, there is increases independence. The third increases participant, and the last, teacher can work with a group while other groups work. And the advantages from group or pair work, there is for the first one, compatibility. The second one, dominant versus subordinate. And the third is may encourage disruptiveness. And then I will explain about difference between solo and class to class. For the first one, advantages from solo, there is 3 points. For the first one, student work at own pace. The second one gives student thinking time. The third, allow individuality. And then for class to class, the advantages for the first, interaction between other and might encourage positive feeling and heighten motivation. And then there is the advantages from class to class. There is can be time consuming. Okay guys, this material from www.academia.edu, and then thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.